Breaking, Chauvin, Derek Chauvin has been sentenced to 22 and a half years, 22 years, 6 months to be exact. All right, let me give you some background to the sentencing guidelines. The judge could have gone as low as 12 based on the sentencing guideline. He could have gone as high as 40 based on the theory of the sentencing and the crimes. He could have also run it concurrently or consecutively. They are going to run this concurrently. 22 years and 6 months is the sentence for this former cop who murdered George Floyd. Here's what the judge said.
As sentence for count 1, the court commits you to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 270 months. That's 270. That is a 10-year addition to the presumptive sentence of 150 months. This is based on your abuse of a position of trust and authority, and also the particular cruelty shown to George Floyd. You're granted credit for 199 days already served. Pay the mandatory surcharge of $78 to be paid from prison wages. You're prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or explosives for the remainder of your life. Provide a DNA sample as required by law. Register as a predatory offender as required by law. And then you will receive a copy of the order and also the attached memorandum explaining the court's analysis.
22 years, 6 months. The sentencing guideline had it right at 12 months. The judge did decide to enhance that guideline. The prosecutors, they requested the judge to go beyond the guideline. The guideline basically says 12 years for someone who has no actual criminal record. That is the guideline. The guideline is not a mandate in the state. The prosecutor said because of the egregious nature of the crime, because of the position of public trust, this individual should be held to a higher level of accountability. That was the idea behind it. The prosecution also said this was done in a group, which should be another enhancer to the sentencing. Now, what the prosecution was trying to say then is that this was almost like gang activity, but because Derek Chauvin was a police officer, the gang statute does not apply to him, unfortunately. Before that sentence, you have victim impact statements. George Floyd's daughter, here's what she said.
Well, I ask about him all the time. And that's kinda it.
Do you wish that he was still here with us?
Yeah, but he is.
Through his spirit?
Yes.
Yes. And when you see your daddy again one day, what do you want to do when you see him?
We used to have dinner meals every single night before we went to bed. My daddy always used to help me brush my teeth.
Yeah. If you could say anything to your daddy right now, what would it be?
It would be, I miss you and I love you.
That's very tough to watch. That's very tough to watch. You see, when you kill someone, that entire family serves the time that that person will no longer be here, which is forever. For the remainder of her life, she would no longer have her father helping her brush her teeth, or talking to her, or seeing her off to her first dance. All of that evaporates, an entire generation affected, and generations after that impacted, because a cop decided to murder a man in cold blood in front of an entire community and with other cops protecting him. His brother has something to say. Here's what Terrence said in his victim impact statement.
I wanted to know from the man himself, why? What were you thinking? What was going through your head when you had your knee on my brother's neck? Why when you knew that he posed no threat anymore, He was handcuffed. Why you didn't at least get up? On behalf of me and my family, we seek the maximum penalty. We don't want to see no more slaps on the wrists. We've been through that already. In my community, in my culture, we've been through that already. Smacked on the wrist. No. Because if it was us, if the roles was reversed, there wouldn't be no case. It would have been open and shut. We'd have been under the jail for murdering somebody. So we asked for that same penalty for Derek Chauvin. Thank you.
Once again, Derek Chauvin did not receive the maximum, but he did receive above the stated guideline, roughly 10 years plus above the stated guideline, 22 years and 6 months he will serve in prison according to this sentence. Derek Chauvin had a cryptic statement to the Floyd family.
Chauvin, this is your opportunity if you wish to give any input to the court. And so I turn it over to you and your attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, due to some additional legal matters at hand, I'm not able to give a full formal statement at this time. But very briefly, though, I do want to give my condolences to the Floyd family. There's going to be some other information in the future that would be of interest, and I hope things will give you some peace of mind. Thank you.
You see, he utilized that moment not to be contrite, not to be remorseful over taking a human soul unlawfully, illegally. He used it to cryptically launch a de facto defense in the future. That's what I believe that statement was about. Lock him up, throw away the key. True justice is seeing him pay for what he did. All right, thank you.